Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As y'all can see, I have my makeup done. I'm going to show you guys how I achieved this look. This was an all drugstore, fast, quick, easy makeup look. Okay, this is something for going back to school or going back to work. It's what I've done when I went to school and when I used to go to work. So I'm going to show y'all what I used to do. It's all drugstore related. It's going to be very quick, very easily attainable. And yeah, I'm going to list everything down below like I always do. So just do me a favor. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And just keep on watching so I can show you how I did this. So first thing you want to do is make sure your face is all moisturized and everything. So I'm using this Pond's dry skin cream to just moisturize first before I prime. So first thing I'm going to do is grab my primer. I'm using the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I think this is the new one, and I ended up grabbing the setting spray to match it. I thought it was cute. It's pink. I've loved NYX's brand for a while, so I was like, let me just try something new and switch it up. So I'm just going to get a little pump. I like that it smells like marshmallows too. And yeah, we're gonna put this all over the face. I'm gonna try to use products that are aligned with the same brand, so I'm not just using a whole bunch of random like brands and using like giving you guys a list of like 10 different brands that I'm using. I'm trying to, you know, use a foundation that matches its concealer, use a blush that matches like the name brand of maybe like the contour, or like I said, the primer and the setting spray, so you guys don't have to like get a whole bunch of shit basically. Next thing I'm going to do is grab my foundation. So I'm going to be using my Holy Grail drugstore foundation. It is the Fit Me one, and this is the shade 332 Golden Caramel. And y'all, this has been something I'm just always going back to. This foundation, it's perfect. It's affordable. I love the matte one. They have a dewy side too. And yeah, I just feel like the coverage is always there. It's smooth. Yeah, we're just gonna spread this all over the face. Dang. So now I'm just gonna go in with my sponge. I got this from Target, but I usually use the Real Techniques brush or beauty blender, so you guys could just grab that if you want. I don't remember the cost of this one, but I'm pretty sure like I know the beauty blender from Real Techniques is a lot cheaper, but this one I got from Target. So why I feel like I look like my face and my skin are two different colors, but I swear to God this matches. So next thing I'm going to do is my brows. I actually wanted to do that first, but I kind of just went straight into my foundation. So I'm going to let my foundation sit and do my brows. I wanted to do my brows first because I've been doing this like laminated look and it messes with glue. So I just didn't want that to really mess up my makeup, but it's fine. For my brows, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Super Slick Brow Glue, and this is just literally a gel that I just brush over my eyes, and it's going to give me that laminated look. So I'm going to be super messy with this. That's why it doesn't take me too long to do this routine, because I'm not really sitting there being too precise with my brows. I'm not being too precise with my brows. I'm just combing them with the gel and then basically cleaning it up. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. brow tinted gel, and this is in the shade Taupe, I believe. Oh, Neutral Brown. This is in the shade Neutral Brown, and I'm just gonna go over it, pretty messy, and then I'm gonna clean it up. So now I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm using the Fit Me concealer, so this matches the foundation I was using, and this is in the shade 20. I'm going to be putting this underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to be sculpting my brows with it too. Just a little bit there. A little bit there. And I'm going to be sculpting my brows with my Real Techniques eyebrow brush. I'll just link everything down below. Now that the brows are done, I did want my concealer underneath my eyes to set for a second. So now I'm going to put a little bit of concealer everywhere else where I normally would. So just a little bit there, a little bit on my nose, and then just a little bit on my forehead. So after my concealer, I need to warm up my face. So I'm going to be using this bronzer that I got from ColourPop. It's the Bronze Stick one, and it's in the shade Shell Beach. I love this. This really warms me up, and it's not like it's not really an ashy color. It's such a warm tone color, which I love. So I'm going to be just putting this. Let me get to that high. Right here and warm me up. And I don't have to be shy with this stick because it blends so good. Put it all right here on the forehead. And then on the nose. So to blend everything out, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques brush. I'll link it down below, but it's in 206. And it's a contour bronzing brush too. And see how it just blends so nice. Now everything will come together. Because I feel like I was looking really ashy on the camera. I know it wasn't. It doesn't look ashy over here. Like it blends so fast too. And look, that just blends beautifully. And I feel like, you know, it would look like I have put a lot on, but it blends so nice and buttery. I'm gonna go with the banana powder. I like to use this Makeup Revolution banana powder. I think they have like 3 different ones, but this one's a no flashback super matte powder, so I really like that because I'm a matte girl. I'll always say it. I'm gonna put just a little bit in the cap. So I'm gonna go in with my powder puff and just bake underneath my eyes. So I'll gently pat it on my like wrist first and then set it, and then I'll put a little bit more and be heavy-handed and actually like bake. You never try me, always still right by me. Make living lively, highly spoken of, my only love, the only one. You're my wifey, make my life complete, sweet, but you know when the... And I honestly don't like to bake for too long because I don't like looking ashy. Okay. So while that's like baking for a second, I'm going to put some blush on my face. And I'm going to be using this blush in the shade Toasted Almond by Black Radiance. And I really like this Drugstore blush because it's not too much. And I love the color. It's like a warm, toasty brown. I'm going to just go in with my Real Techniques brush. This is in 402. And just kind of circle it in there. And I'm just going to kind of blend it in between the powder and the contour. And I'm kind of just gonna mix it up with this highlight up here so it doesn't have any like harsh lines. And I'm a blush girl, so I will be putting this low-key all over my face. I like to put a little bit on my nose and like a little bit on my chin, but just like the leftover product, just to like warm me up and like not make me look so ashy. And then I'll also put a little bit kind of where my contour was, just a little bit. So that's enough of baking too. So I'm also just going to use the same brush and just wipe everything off. I don't really like a super crazy bright under eye, especially if I'm doing something like quick, like going to work or school. You know, you want to just get out the house. I don't want to look hella extra and OD. Like, this is supposed to be just a quick, I'm about to go. This isn't like a crazy full glam, okay? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is my eyes. So usually I don't go crazy with eyeshadow. I probably put like 1 or 2 shades over my eyes. But I know when I was going back to school especially, I would make sure I'd put like one color at least just to wake my eyes up, because my eyelids are pretty dark. So if I don't put anything on my eyes, they're going to look really dark and droopy and like extra tired. So I'm going to be using a neutral color. I'm going to be using my Morphe 25B palette, and I usually just jump into the top row. This one's basically hitting pan almost, so I usually will just go in with a shade like this or even like this. The brush I'm going to be using is this Morphe E13 brush. You see how I'm using a Morphe brush with a Morphe palette. You see how I'm using a Fit Me Maybelline foundation with a Maybelline concealer. You see how I'm using a NYX primer, and I'm going to be using a NYX setting spray. So try to make it easy for y'all, okay? Very cutesy. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker shade, something similar to my skin color, the shade right here. And I'm going to just use this Morphe brush and just literally pat all over my eye. Going for a very natural look. And we just kind of want to open up our eyes a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with another Morphe brush. This is the M507 brush. And then I'm going to go in with that lighter shade. So this like second color right here. And I'm going to just put this more towards the inner corner of my eye and like on my lid versus all around my crease like I did with the last one. And this is just going to open our eyes just a little bit. So when we have lashes on, our eyes aren't looking so dark.
You really have to question it and find out why they want you to do it. Most niggas, they feel like, well, you see what Biggie's doing, you know, he has the hat, the kango, and this, and you have.
Next thing I gotta do is my lashes. Oh, my favorite part. This is what's gonna put everything together. So these aren't drugstore, like you couldn't get it from a CVS or a Target or something, but they're drugstore price. Okay, I got them from Amazon. Literally there was a whole bunch in here. It's kind of pretty dirty. It's kind of dirty, but it's the Winfred lashes. I'm gonna link it down below as well. And I have loved these. I think I paid $7 on Amazon, and there was how many in here? Let's see. All of those. There was a lot in there. So I only got one left. So I'm gonna use these for y'all for this video. So with my lashes, I always cut off the tail. I never ever use a full strip of a lash. They just never fit my eyes. So I'm gonna cut them, put them on, and I'll be right back. So last thing we gotta do is just our lips. Usually for work and school, I wasn't really much of a lipstick type of girl. I was usually a clear gloss or a chapstick type of girl. But what I've been loving lately, you know, for a pop of color, something very natural looking, is this Essence lip oil. And this is in the shade Kiss from a Rose. And it's literally a clear lip gloss with the babyest little hint of pink. But I'm also going to just line my lips also with this NYX lip liner. This one is called Burnt Sienna. And it just has a little bit, it's not like a real chocolate-ish brown. It has a little bit of burgundy to it. So I think these two mixed together will just create really natural looking color. And then last thing, which I almost forgot to do, was set my face. So I'm using the NYX Marshmallow Setting Spray. So it was the same one as the primer that we used. And this is the final look, y'all. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said before, super easy, super quick, drugstore all products. I'm gonna link everything down below like I always do. And yeah, if you guys have any other video suggestions, if you want me to do anything else, please let me know in the description box below. I hope you liked, I hope you followed and subscribed, and give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to comment as well. Duh. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.